Alright, so now that we know how to solve two-step equations, we're going to write two-step equations. So it's really just about seeing examples and seeing the wording and seeing what's multiplying. So typically in two-step examples you want to visualize what are you multiplying by, dividing by, adding by, or subtracting by, and what is your total. Alright, so a new 1 year costs $160. A registration fee of $28 is paid up front. So that's a one-time thing. So one time. And the rest is paid monthly. How much do new members pay each month? Alright, so the important thing that we need is that 160 is the total. And that 28 is paid up front. And it's looking for each month. Our variable will represent what we don't know. What we don't know how much they pay each month. So the registration fee costs $28. So that gets added on no matter what. It's like when you go, I guess all of y'all might have had Uber Eats before. So Uber Eats, you pay for your food, which would be your unknown, but your registration fee you know up front. So it's the same thing. So your thing that you know that you add or subtract in up front, that doesn't depend on how much you get, is what you're adding or subtracting. In this case, we're adding it. Monthly cost per year. So there are 12 months per year, and so we pay that. So that's how much we'll pay. So like, if it costs $10 a month, 10 would be our X. So 10 times 12 is $120. That's how much they would pay per year. All right? Because the total cost for the year is $160. So we can actually solve this equation. I messed up right there. 28 plus 12x, so I want to put a box over my variable. I'm adding 28, so I want to subtract it. So I have 12x equals 132. So after I divide by 12, I get x equals 11. So that is my answer, and I want to check my answer. I'm going to check it over here. 28 plus 12 times 11 equals $160. So this is saying that this is his cost that he pays each month. Because remember, his variable represents how much he pays each month. So after I check my problem, it checks out. We are good to go. Move on. Alright, we're going to get lots of practice on this. Alright, it's more, the more you do it, the more you'll understand. Alright, so let's look at the second one. Jasmine's cell phone company charges her $35 a month for phone service plus 50 cents for each text message. How many text messages? So that is our unknown, is the text messages. So that's our T. T can be a variable too. Alright, so think about this first. You always want to write your total. How much is her total? Well, her total was $52. Her total bill was $52. So that's going to be on one of my equal sides. The other half of my equal sides is whatever your x is and what you're multiplying or dividing by. So multiplication or division. Then you want what you're either adding or subtracting per month, your constant. So in this case, our constant is $35. So she starts off by paying $35 per month, and this is how many text messages she will be able to receive. So she pays 50 cents per text message plus $35 per month. Alright, so it's really easy if we write it out. So the total bill is $52. And it's 50 cents per text message. I'm not going to write it. Right, and then we can solve that, but I'm not going to solve it. Kind of make this video short, and we'll solve it later. Caroline's Coffee Shop sells a refill mug for $8.95. Each refill costs $1.50. Last month, she spent this much. So we want her total. We want X and whatever is happening to X. Or whatever you're doing to X. And then your constant. So, last month her total was $26.95. Her constant was that it cost her $95 or $8.95 for the mug. Then each refill, which refill is what we are looking for. This is our unknown refill. Well, what are we doing to X? We're saying that each one costs $1.50. So we are multiplying that by $1.50. So this situation says that she spent $26.95. So we could find that by saying, well, $1.50 per refill plus $8 for the mug. So this is per refill plus the mug. So that would be her total. It's $1.50 per refill plus the mug. Number 4, Elkins Point basketball team purchased equipment and uniforms for a total cost of $19.12. The equipment cost $612 and the uniforms were $25 each. How many uniforms? So that's our X. Well, okay, but we want to use U. Sorry. U. So we want to find, we're going to have the total, and they want to know the total cost. Wants to know if it were to cost $612 for the equipment, how much, that's not right again. For the equipment, how many jerseys could they get? So jerseys is your X, remember? So our total cost is $912. So that's our total. And our total is because we started off with $612 for the equipment. Plus $25 per uniform. And the last one, the bill for a repair shop on a computer was $179. The parts cost that much. And the labor charge was $45 per hour. How many hours did it take? So that's our variable is hours. So remember, we can find this by taking our total. And it's saying if the cost of the parts plus the $45 per hour, that would give us our total for the bill. So our total is $179. Our parts were $44. Our repair fee is $45 per hour. And our per hour we can just replace with H instead of writing per hour.